for centuries.
Over time, it seems like every era gave Hypatia a makeover. First, pagans held her up as a martyr for their philosophy. Then, and this is wild, her story got sort of absorbed and twisted into the legend of a Christian saint. Later, during the Enlightenment, she was reborn as a symbol of pure reason fighting superstition. And more recently, she has been embraced as a powerful feminist icon.
All of this retelling has created some huge myths that a lot of people still believe today. So, you ready? Let's do some rapid-fire myth busting.
Myth number 1, and it's a big one. Hypatia died defending the Great Library of Alexandria from a fiery mob. The fact? The library was already long gone. It didn't even exist when she was alive. It had vanished centuries before.
Myth number 2. She invented the astrolabe and all these other cool scientific instruments. The truth? She was an expert at building them and teaching people how to use them, which is incredibly cool, but the technology was invented long before her. This doesn't make her less impressive. It shows she was a hands-on, practical genius. And the biggest myth of all, she was an atheist killed by religious zealots. The fact is, she was a deeply spiritual philosopher who saw reason as the path to the divine. Her death was not about her personal faith. It was about politics, period. So where did that fake quote from the beginning even come from? We can actually trace a lot of the modern myths and quotes back to a single year, 1908. A writer named Elbert Hubbard published a book on Hypatia that was mostly fiction, but it got treated like it was a real biography. And people are still quoting it today. It's a perfect example of why you've gotta check your sources. So after we strip away all the myths, what are we left with? And more importantly, why does the real story of Hypatia matter so much to us now? Her real story matters because it's so much richer and more complicated than the legend. It's the story of an amazing woman succeeding in a world totally dominated by men. Her death wasn't a noble sacrifice for science. It was a brutal, ugly political tragedy. And knowing that is crucial because it shows us how easily real people can be turned into symbols. And it challenges us to always question the simple stories we're told. Hypatia's story was reshaped by generation after generation to fit whatever they needed her to be. So that leaves us with one final question to think about. Who are the heroes we admire today? And are we celebrating the real person? Or are we just celebrating the legend we need them to be?